All right, so today is day 13 of the Wellness Competency Mindset teaching, and I wanted to come here quickly so we could talk about what I was talking about in class today. So, today I had a class of employees, and we were talking about staying well in during workplace changes. And as you know, all of us have gone through massive workplace changes in the past year. But over and beyond that, there has been changes occurring in life. In they're still hiring, they're still firing, there is still downsizing. All of these regular things that happen. There's transition. There's more, merger and acquisition still happening. And employees are still having to stay well on top of COVID, on top of having to work from home, on top of all of this, they're still having to work well in those difficult or challenging situations or changes. And let's face it, none of us like changes. But one of the things that I wanted us to focus on this today for day 13 is the assumptions we make, the assumptions we hold, and how those assumptions can cause us to resist change, and it actually brings up in us a lot of stress and anxiety, and sometimes it manifests in resistance. So let's talk about that resistance as an emotional issue that we need to block. Resistance happens when we are facing something that we don't like. Resistance comes up because we're challenged. And often we don't take the time to investigate why we're feeling resistant. What is it that we're resistant to? And what should we be learning about this resistance? What is it telling us? What can we do differently? What should we be learning? What is it telling us about ourselves? All of these things we miss because we're struggling and we're wrestling with the resistance. So if you find yourself resisting, it's either because it's the emotion is trying to tell you something, but we don't take the time to investigate. What am I hearing? What am I seeing? Why am I having this resistance? We just resist, and we put so much energy towards resistance, and then if we meet resistance at the other end, resistance always attract resistance. So if you're resisting, then you're going to get a pushback. So instead of resistance, when you feel resistance, I want you to stop and ask yourself, recognize it. Sometimes we don't even acknowledge that it's resistance. I want you to stop and acknowledge, I'm feeling some resistance here. So look around today. What are you resisting? And sometimes we resist good things. We're not. We resist good things. So are you resisting success? Are you resisting um, some opportunities that you should be opening yourself to? What are you resisting? And ask yourself, what agreement do I have with myself why I'm resisting this? Is my agreement one that says everything good has to happen to me and anything bad that happens is not, bad things shouldn't happen in the world. Bad things will happen in the world. Let's get over that. We can have fewer bad things happen to us if we're less resistant, if we're more open to positive things in our lives, and we start to call on those things and reflect on them and meditate on them, then we're going to have more good things come to us. But often we spend our time dreading things that could possibly happen, and we give it so much energy that we attract it into our life. So we want to come back and say, what am I resisting? What's the underlying agreement that I'm saying? Could that agreement be, I am a trooper? Could we rewrite some of those agreements that's bringing up, and I call them emotional accelerators. Those agreements that we have can accelerate different types of emotions. So what is it that what kind of agreement that you're holding that's accelerating resistance, and ask yourself, what am I learning from this resistance? What is it telling me? What should I be hearing? Because sometimes we miss the message. We're not quite sure what we should be hearing, what we should be listening for. And that's what I want you to do today as you clear out those blocks, clear out those resistance. Look in your life. Are there resistance in your professional life? Are there resistance in your personal life, in your intimate relationship, in your career? Are there opportunities? Are there growth? Are there jobs? Are there things that you can probably be opening to that you're not? So let's look at those resistance and let's clean them out, because they're not good for you and they're not good for me. I'm doing the same, and I have just opened myself up to some amazing opportunities. I want you to do the same. Joyce Odidison here, interpersonalwellness.com. JoyceOdidison.com. Take care, stay well, and be well. Bye now.